And we should be live by now.
Hey!
I don't.
We good to go?
Good to go.
Alright. Heyo, and welcome to Would You Waifu, the talk show where we talk about monsters of all shapes, sizes, varieties, species, and whatever's in between all that. We talk about our species' biology, cultures, relations to the real world, and all that of our weekly monster. I'm Blackout. That's Scamper Blaze.
Hello.
And we have a special guest with us today. Say hi, Cortez.
Hello.
So,
And we're a couple of idiots with some idiotic headcanons and even dumber arguments.
that is an understatement.
I am not a furry, so ignore these two.
I mean,
Oh.
we didn't bring it up, but you're bringing it up.
Oh, we're gonna prove otherwise. Anyways, last week episode we kinda had a pretty risky subject regarding religion, specifically angels and devils. Considering I did not get cancelled, we are back, and
Yet.
today we're talking about the classic lycanthropes, but mostly werewolves.
Just wait in 10 years when someone brings this up, and like when you get a little bit more famous.
Oh,
It's not immediate, it's later on.
oh yeah.
This video from 10 years ago, cancel them.
I hate that that is actually accurate in this day and age. So, like I said, today's subjects are the classical werewolves and lycanthropes in general. But let's be honest, when someone say lycanthrope, the first thing that comes to mind is a werewolf.
Uh-huh.
Now here's before we start. Question: are you talking about people who become werewolves, or already werewolves, or a little bit of a hybrid, or like in Hellhounds, hellhounds?
I am actually gonna vote that hellhounds could be a category all on its own.
Yeah, if not a subspecies.
Yeah, we're specifically talking about the ones that have two forms: the quote-unquote human form and the wolf form. I'm just gonna say wolf for
Base
simplicity.
hybrid beast.
Yeah.
Base hybrid beast.
Or I was just saying that because like there are those rare in between where they have a tail and an ear like in the anime.
hybrids.
Yeah, those are technically beast girls, and that is honestly a whole lot of
Another
episodes.
can of worms.
Yeah, a whole different can of worms. So we just picked something that is honestly a good transition between human and beast. Probably everyone's most well-known shapeshifter, the werewolf. But I do have a question for the...
definition.
We'll get to that in a sec. I do have a question before we start.
Okay.
Would you waifu?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm still on the fence on this one.
Okay, but hear me out.
Go right ahead, my boy.
Where do we even start here with our girls?
Yeah, I do think that based on biology, we have to talk the least about it because they have human biology, they have kind of wolfified biology. It's mostly.
I think we should take this in steps. For our base form, let's have like a basic human for our examples here. So not much really to go off of here. Is everyone good with that?
I would
Just
Yeah.
for their base form.
I could say they probably would have like little denser muscles at least.
Yeah, I can see that being a little stronger than normal. I'd be like,
I think would be the case though, like when it's close to the full moon, because like in Legend, the closer you are to the full moon, the stronger you are, and the farther away from the full moon, the weaker you are, or the more normal quote unquote you are.
I'm okay with putting it on a cycle or a wave pattern.
So when would they be at the weakest? Like,
Probably
New
during.
moon.
Yeah,
like 15 days after? What was it? Like
sounds fair.
every 15 days.
Look, I am sure that the origin of the werewolf was probably something to do with a woman's menstrual cycle.
Fair.
Yeah, I do actually have a question. I did ask Blackout this. Do you think those two would stack? Because, as far as I'm aware, wolves don't really have the same menstrual cycle that humans do.
That would be scary. Not gonna lie.
Which
And I'm sure there are a couple women out there who would feel that way too. That's not sexist or anything.
Oh, right. I just realized that this might also rub a lot of people the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Ah, that has never stopped us before.
Yeah. One week you have your menstrual cycle, the next week you have it's my menstrual week. It's my werewolf week.
I
Ooh.
mean, to be fair though, the woman we're talking about will probably fold us like a lawn chair, so...
Probably.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's a compliment.
The art of folding clothes while people are still inside.
Yeah.
Now the big question is, would you risk becoming a werewolf for them?
Okay, that is a different question.
Yeah, we can get to that later.
Yeah, so-
we're still on our biology. I think we can just shift over to. Are we gonna go hybrid, or are we actually gonna go full on beast? I will ask.
Well, I do think that's kind of a
Hybrid would make more sense.
like
Because full on beast, I feel like they just turned to straight up wolves.
okay, so
Yeah, then they would be shapeshifters in that case, or right?
yeah, either shapeshifters or just seasonal, like how certain animals just. This is gonna be a vast understatement. Like certain animals just change their fur color based on the season. This would just be a very extreme case of that.
Yeah, this is would you waifu, not would you bestiality.
Yeah, there's a furry skill, and like the furthest I'm willing to give the werewolf transformation is basically like primates. Like they can walk on two legs, they can use their front legs as extra support. Like that's the furthest I'm willing to go. Not saying that a full wolf transformation isn't cool, but realistically speaking, I think it would just make sense that there's like a stopping point. You know what?
I would
Yeah.
say like this will be the best example.
Like?
No, I have an image you can put on stream.
Oh.
My man.
All
I'll
right.
just put that in the dumpster fire.
All right. Let me grab it real quick.
So,
Ah, yeah.
where you standing, boys?
Okay, so
Oh wait, don't do that photo. Do not do that photo. I didn't read it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would say.
Let me grab the Japanese one.
Okay, so realistically speaking, on a scale of 1 to 5, if we're using that image as a reference, the
The
most
Japanese one.
Yeah, that's better.
I did not read it. My apologies on that one.
I would feel like 4 would be the most sense.
4
Or
is
worst case scenario 3.
like I will say 4 makes the most sense as to what I can imagine their ultimate stopping points
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
But
I mean, my example is just what I would think of as a werewolf.
but
All
things my preference would be to a 3.
Same.
Congratulations, you're a furry. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna deny what I like.
Where do you stand, Cortez, on that scale?
Yeah. What's your preference on the 1 to 5 scale? Cortez.
Just silent.
Yeah, I would 1. I would definitely 1, but 4 would be the one that makes more sense.
No,
That was
no.
not the question,
Your
Cortez.
Your preference, Cortez.
My preference?
Yeah, how far would you be willing to go?
1.
I call bullshit on that.
You can call bullshit all day long. I promise you, it's only 1.
Do I have to remind you of one specific Monster Hunter fight?
Hey. I just think it's my favorite looking.
And I quote, "Okay, for that thing I will be a furry."
I plead the fifth with Jack.
Well, I was a witness to that. So,
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you.
yeah, I was there at the time.
It's been a while since we hunted together.
Yeah, well, we're on a totally different hunt today, boys. Let's jump back to our biology.
Okay, so
So right over to our hybrid form, or should we just call it beast form? Human beast form?
yeah, beast form. I'm okay with
that
referring it to as the beast form.
So in this beast form, what is our biology looking? So I'm kind of have to say animal legs for sure.
You mean like the raised heels and such?
Raised heel, the reverse knee if be.
Yeah. So, how I think that would actually make more sense would be kind of like extendable bones, like you know those Star Wars lightsaber that just goes,
Yeah.
kind of that kind of system.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah. I can see that too.
Like it is actually it is quite easy to if you just have the right muscles to attach to the right bones, they could technically extend or have like a well either just a muscle or potentially like a small bladder that would then inflate to
Well, that kind of brings up the question: how tall are our beast forms going to be compared to, we'll say,
Oh,
6
they're
foot
gonna be
human?
tall.
We'll say 6 foot
They're
human.
gonna be intimidated.
Sorry, how much did you say, Cortez?
Intimidatingly tall. Like they're gonna be taller than the average man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm taking basic 6 foot tall humanoid as our beast. How much
I
bigger
would
would
say
they grow?
7.5.
7.5. I'd be fine at 8, honestly.
Okay, human form, I'm willing to go to, and this is me just kind of spitballing since I'm not familiar with the Imperial measurement system. I'm
2 meters tall.
yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of gonna be spitballing it. While I do see 7 feet, like easy in base form, 7.5 is kind of like I would say upper limits for the human form. Beast form, I can wait.
I would say the human form would be average because an average person who's a werewolf doesn't want to broadcast, hey, by the way, I'm a werewolf. Like they're gonna want to be normal, but the second that full moon hits, or unless you want to go for the whole, at night they can choose to transform or not.
I'm not. The human form doesn't matter. I'm asking about how tall our beast form's going to be.
Oh, beast forms?
Yeah.
I can see like between 7 and 8.
Yeah, okay. So about 1 to 2 foot growth in our beast form. That's fair, I'd say.
So, I do actually have a idea how you know how much we changed like mermaids and centaurs.
Big time, yeah.
Yeah, those really got changed how they are depicted and how we imagine they make sense. I kind of have something for werewolves on that regard.
Ooh.
Okay.
What you got?
Okay. So what I am actually imagining that their human forms wouldn't actually be like bare-skinned as we imagine. What I imagine is that they would actually have like a very thin coat of fur that would be kind of tannish, like brownish.
Very hairy people. Okay.
Like
that's fair.
Like if from a distance, it can be mistaken from human skin, but if you get closer, you would see it's kind of like thin, bristly.
That just reminds me of something weird when I was young. Like, oh no, your bones start getting fur all over them.
So hairy people. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and I can imagine that if it's on a cycle, not just you look at the full moon, because I will say that is kind of bullshit.
I say it would have some kind of correspondence, but not
like
full.
lunar cycle. Yes, I can believe with that.
Yeah.
It's the looking at the full moon.
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah. I hate that. Like,
yeah.
I like
That's
the whole Teen Wolf scenario where oh, they can
Mhm.
transform at any time at night, but during the full moon, they don't have to look at it. It has to be in the air. You pretty much can't control your transformation.
Like, I'm okay with like,
The Dragon Ball Blitz waves really effective.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
like, I'm not like discounting that moonlight could be needed because I have a different theory. It's just the trope of it's a cloudy night. They're totally fine. The clouds part.
Oh
they
yeah,
look
I hate
up,
that, dude.
and suddenly,
Yeah.
That's
bro,
one of the biggest things
that
about the
part-
movie Van Helsing I thought was stupid.
that is the bit that I don't like about werewolf mythos. Like,
Yeah, fair.
like moon.
Oh no! Aha! I'm in the middle of a combat against a werewolf. Oh, cloudy night. Well, you're done.
Yeah. So, I'm okay with like technically finding a middle road with saying like, if you stay inside, you could mitigate some of the effects of it.
I actually have a theory about the transformation, but I want to bring that up a little.
Yeah.
I kind of want to keep it on our biology cycle here, boys.
Yeah. Okay, so it is. There are a lot of animals that do have like a monthly cycle. So
Yeah.
hormonal that can also immediately change. Like there are animals that can just change colors on the fly. Like since wait, small question: are we gonna? Did we ever decide to put shapeshifters in their own biological category?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna put werewolves in the mammal category or the shapeshifter category?
I would
Mammal.
say mammal, honestly.
You're
Okay,
a male.
okay.
I have a question, actually. When we move on. If anything else, are we doing paws or claws?
Pause.
Paws? Okay, how we going
Claws.
from? Oh, claws. So
Yeah.
just extending out them. All right.
Yeah,
'cause I was gonna
retractable.
bring up-
I mean, if they weren't retractable, your back should be really messed up.
Yeah, there's that, but
Don't
I
get me
just
wrong,
wanted to
some
bring
people are
up.
into that, but I am not.
I was mainly going to focus about paws, especially around the feet area, because like, how would you go from like a 5-finger hand and toes to like a 4-finger of an animal? Like, would they just conjoin? But if we're not going to do that, I won't bring it up anymore.
Yeah, I think that would make more sense. The whole, so then it
I
doesn't
would
like,
I,
'cause that would hurt having to change their. Because that's the thing about werewolves. When they transform, it hurts. Their bones are being realigned. Their spines
Yeah.
being extended.
It is just
For
puberty in
example-
the course of a few minutes.
hmm
Like, I mean, the best example is American Werewolf in London. Like, you could see
Oh.
his bones.
I remember the
Cracking.
I remember that transformation scene.
Yeah.
Like,
I just
it won
wanted to
an
bring that up.
Oscar, I think.
All right. How about fur color? Are we looking at like just the wolf arrangement? Is it kind of like a species kind of thing?
We're talking about
or just
I know
or-
this is this silly, but I don't think race has anything to do with it. Like a white person can have black fur when they transform.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just wondering if we're going to have like a multiple spectrum of like grays, browns, blacks, and whites, or we're going to have like our blonde werewolves, or is it like kind of like your face hair color?
determine their status in the pack? Because are we gonna do pack animals or we're just gonna do solos?
Oh, I think we'll get to that when we get to our culture.
yeah.
Like,
Uh,
honestly.
Yeah,
Okay,
like I
so
feel
talk
like
my
the
input
strong-
on the fur color actually.
Mhm.
Okay, human form. I put my input there, kind of comparable to human skin. Like from a distance, you could confuse it with like just a human.
Mhm.
But I can definitely see that if we're putting it on a cycle, like they would probably shed crazily. Like I think it would go from like brownish to grayish
Mhm.
and then back.
All right, so I have a question. So, because it's easy to see a person with black hair turning into like a black furred werewolf,
Yeah.
a person with brown hair to a brown one. That's easy to see. But what if someone had blonde hair? What are we looking at here? Are they just going to go to like a whitish gray color,
Yeah,
or is
that-
it going to stay blonde?
I'm gonna say it would kind of start leaning into the platinum blonde whitish.
All right.
You could definitely see more of the gray, let's just say. How certain wolves are like lighter on the underside is probably more what you'll see.
Green? It was supposed to be Honey Missed Auburn. Honey, you missed Auburn big time.
Oh no. I mean, if there were some green werewolves and they're in human form, people are gonna be like, "The hell? Why are you green?"
Okay, say because we haven't got to it. A werewolf has conscience, and they would dye their fur. Would it stay like that for the next whole cycle, or
I'm
would it
gonna
just fall off?
I mean,
Or
a
reject?
lot of people who dye their hair have to do regular keep up with it, so
No, I'm just wondering because like you would still see it a month after thing. If they would have dyed their werewolf fur, would it stay there for the whole month, or would it fall off when they transform back?
I'm gonna say big
'Cause
chunks
what
of
happens
it.
to the fur?
Big chunks would fall off.
Mhm.
But I would say that you could definitely see like roots, like you could still see traces of it. Like you know when you, I forgot what it's called, but when you like dye your hair and your hair is darker than what you have, you can see like the roots becoming black, but the rest is still kind of colored.
Yeah, your roots.
Yeah,
What's your dragon's name, by the way?
his name is Satire.
Yeah, tell him to stop putting those quotes. Like they're not working. Like I can't see my nose.
Okay.
But in all seriousness, though, like, but also I know this is a question I've been wanting to ask for a while. It's not just would you waifu; it would also be would you husbando, right?
Oh, I should have added Scott from Monster Prom.
It's not too late. You can throw them up, but
1 second, I'm gonna
Yes, come on. We got ladies. We probably were gonna get some ladies in the podcast to watch.
you see, we do talk about male biology as well with our monsters, so it's fine. But that's just a show name was Would You Waifu. But
It
we
rolls.
do include
It does roll
we
way
do
better.
include other
It
we
just
do
rolls
include
better
other
off the
genders.
tongue.
We are gender inclusive here.
Yeah,
Yes,
'Cause-
gender inclusive.
because I can definitely see I see no reason to exclude male werewolves in all of this.
I mean, they're the most prominent depiction in media, so
I mean,
Honestly, yeah.
they're-
the wolf man.
So that goes to I guess that the term "wow, he's a real animal in bed" really comes together, huh?
Yeah, he sheds everywhere and scratches. Okay, so
Oh.
1 second. Can you talk real quick while I get the picture?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. So let's see. We got our
Well,
fur.
here's a good question.
Mhm.
What about their sanity? What would that be under?
That's actually what I want to bring up. Kind of with it's kind of a biological thing too. So I think that when they're transforming, and this is a theory if you want to go with it, that it uses up so much of their energy that before their transformation, they fucking carbo load, my man.
I like that. I really do too.
And
like,
and that's why like premature werewolves who don't know and they transform for the first time, they go crazy because they're just looking for food to eat to sustain this transformation. While a
yes,
more
or
experienced
or
werewolf would
sometimes
like, yeah, I mean like 5 trays of lasagna right now because it's time, baby. Let's go.
or crazy crazy take attempts like when they transform, like they'll collapse out of pure exhaustion because they have no energy.
Yeah, and then they wake up and they
like the
frenzy.
leader of the packs, like in the whole leader of the packs will bring them food for them.
Yeah, that could definitely be a responsibility. But yeah, that's just my theory that it's like takes so much energy that they're just hungry. They are in like feral state because they are hungry. And if like again they carbo load before like their transformation cycle hits, like they can maintain that sanity.
You know what?
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Yeah. They're just bodybuilders.
And that's why they're the most. That's why the newbies are the most dangerous. Because if a regular Joe Schmo appears, oh no.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that show Being Human. Like what the guy would do is he would take like a thing of like deer and just spread it around in circles, and the wolf would constantly like look for it.
Okay. There's actually something that is pretty in the biology sector that is a very big mainstay in werewolf mythos. The weakness to silver.
I'm gonna be honest. If you get shot by a fucking bullet, you're going down.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, the silver will kill me.
Nah,
I
it's
always
the
like
bullet.
that. Like,
Like-
I always hated with vampires. Oh no, it's a one state that'll kill them. I like
Oh
the fact
yeah,
that
I
silver,
brought that
like
up in our
those
vampire episode for
animals
sure.
are allergic to silver because people can be allergic to silver.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I was just thinking like
I think it's gonna take more than just one silver bullet to kill him. I think you gotta kill him in like a vital area for the work.
like I said.
Like
Oh,
silver
yeah.
can puncture the skin better.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That like that they may have like just an allergic reaction to it that would cause like skin issue, making it softer. Like-
Yeah, I'm fine with like an allergy to silver.
Yeah,
In this
that makes
case.
totally
I,
sense.
however, I really like the wolfsbane idea. Like certain plants can affect them.
Oh yeah.
Like Wolfsbane.
Yeah, like start spraying that stuff all around and smoking them out. It will repel
Oh,
them.
a small question. What if we're talking about a different werebeast? Would wolfsbane still work, or let's say we're dealing with a werecat, you need to use fucking catnip?
I mean, I'm
Oh,
fine
yeah.
with that too.
I mean, would you also count for a were-coyote?
A Were-Coyote.
Oh yeah, trust me. In Team Wolf, there's one, and he's
Yeah.
horny.
I think it's gonna be a species by species basis for our lycanthropes here.
Yeah, but it does make sense that a lot of herbs would actually weaken them. Also, hello, we talking like full-on animal that's just two legs or furry? We have a human form and a furry form.
Yeah, well,
So-
there's no. It's two legs basically. Two-legged furry. We don't want to go. We don't want to go full bestiality.
I think getting the powers of turning into a werewolf actually comes with the downside of the allergic reactions to some plants and silver. So that would make sense.
Okay.
How about their hyper regeneration? Is that gonna be a thing?
Ooh, Vinny and Dragon says, this is complicated. Oh, don't worry, we're just fucking around trying to sound smart.
Yeah. It's not like we're writing a thesis.
You say that, but Blackout and me are working on something. Sorry, Blackout and
Oh,
I.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're making a whole world of our monsters.
Yeah. Just because it's so fun to do.
Nah, this is science, brother. Yes, science.
Yes. Yeah,
In the
like,
most stupidest of ways.
I'm like I am the biology expert. He's kind of like the mechanical part.
We have to put our dick in one of everything to figure it out.
We have a character that does that. Anyway. Alright. But again, about their regeneration. Is it like slow? Is it fast? I imagine it's going to be very energy consuming again.
Well, I would say that if we make them like tougher, then their regeneration could probably just be like a misconception. Like it just takes a lot more to actually hurt them, instead of just like it's not going to be like those versions where like you're able to make like a gash on the arm and you just see it close in front of you. I'm just going to say straight up no to that.
No regeneration?
Like no hyper generation. Like we're not talking like Wolverine here. No.
Okay, because that is the thing.
Like I'm okay with like slightly faster than humans because
I think that would make sense. Like it depends. Like let's say you get stabbed by a stainless steel knife. It's not gonna heal right away, but it's gonna heal in a day and not like a week. But if
Yeah,
it's a
humans
silver
do
knife,
have
it'll take
regeneration.
longer. It'll
Yeah.
take longer than a regular wound would.
Yeah, I can see that. I
like
can see
okay,
that.
so yeah, so tissue would recover faster, but organ damage would be longer.
Alright. Another question. This one is about their ears. Because I can get that the ears would shift and become longer in their form.
Yeah.
But do they change positions when their head shifts? At the top?
Oh no, their nose.
Or do they keep to the side?
Okay, I'm just gonna use my little PNG thing as a example, so you kind of see where the where my headphones are.
Yeah, where your ears are. Yes.
Yeah. So what I actually imagine is, relatively, they would stay kinda in the same place, but it's the face that would move a little bit further away as it stretches. So,
Okay.
there's the illusion of it moving, but if you would look at the skull, they are technically still at the same place.
I guess. Yeah.
Because there's honestly a whole lot going on in your ears. Like, there's your equilibrium, there's your ear canal.
Yeah.
Having to move all of that would cost way more energy.
I just wanted to bring that up because of the comment of putting them up top depiction.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Anything else in their biology? Tails, of course, sure. Anything internal we want to do with them?
Oh, they definitely would be way worse at digesting plant fiber.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think bigger stomach in both forms.
I
Just
think.
The big question is,
compensation of the
would they
respiration.
find it, like when they hunting? Would they be smart enough to know the difference between an animal and a human?
Did they carbo load?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
I think they
question.
probably looked before.
I'm gonna say if they carbo loaded, yes. Because that is something we.
Did it? Oh no.
Oh yeah, then it's just kind of like it moves.
That's made of meat. I eat.
Exactly.
Made of meat. I eat.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
that
what.
would be interesting for like the traditional thing. Like, oh no, where do we go to transform? Do we go in the middle of the woods or well, wherever you are, have fun.
Yeah, I do think that by smell they would differentiate other wolves or other lycanthropes.
Would they keep
Which
that
is,
enhanced?
I would think the pack mentality would be in effect.
Would they keep that heightened sense of smell in their face human form, or
Before transformation and maybe 2 days after. I think that would make sense.
Okay, so there's actually a difference between how humans smell and how dogs smell. It's actually a little bit of a misconception that that's just a strengthened sense of smell. It's a more precise sense of smell. What wolves are able to do is just
aren't cats able to smell better than the dogs anyway?
I think so, yes, but what wolves actually do is they are able to filter specific scents out of it, which is why they're such good trackers. Like, if a human when a human has a quote-unquote stronger sense of smell, his range just increases. With wolves, it's precision. Like, let's say there's 5 smells in the room, I would smell all of them at once, and not really be able to differentiate. A wolf would be able to pick out scent number 4 with ease.
Yeah.
So I do think it's on the cycle. It's more of the focus changes.
Yeah. Like with a dog, like a dog can sniff around and it's like, huh? Oh wait, I know that dog who peed here. Huh? I wonder how he's doing, kind of thing. And not, oh my gosh, 5 different dogs peed. I wonder which is which.
Exactly.
That's why they smell their butts.
Cool. Enhanced hearing.
Yeah.
Going to be the same.
I'm gonna say that's
Oh,
there.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That one is easier to explain as just
Avoid
heightened
dog
sense.
whistles because you will go deaf.
So sensibility, if we compare them to base humans, I'm gonna say you can actually compare them to someone on the spectrum because those tend to be overly sensitive to stimuli.
Oh yeah.
I do think they would be able to. I do think they would be able to handle it way better though than your average person on the spectrum.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of
It's
senses,
and with I think with age it gets better. You can learn to tolerate it.
okay, I'm going to ask another thing about the senses. Eyesight. Are there any werewolves that need glasses? Because
That's a good debate.
yeah.
I think
So like,
some
let's say
wolves, I think wolves. I think the smell and hear can overshadow the eyes. They don't need the eyes. The nose and ears are good enough.
No.
What kind of wolf needs to read a book?
You do know that while they have less detail because less color vision, they do see movement way better than we would.
Are wolves colorblind?
As a myth.
Well, not fully colorblind, like not gray,
Yeah.
white, like there are certain colors they do not see.
I think it's just red and green, right?
I thought it was blue.
It's
If
one of
it's
them.
red and green, then oh my gosh, I
I'm-
am a werewolf.
You knew what you referred.
No, I'm just asking because the comment. I know it's
Yeah.
not gonna be black and white, but
Yeah.
is it like a? It's on the scale of colorblind.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
because I think it's like because we see the 3 colors and then like animals see like
Did you actually know that this is just because we're talking
funny,
about
right?
eye?
They say
it's orange to us. It was like how the fuck does that blend in? Then you see it through an animal's eyes. That's how you see. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Is it
Fun fact.
silver or blue? Oh no, not the dress.
Did you know that cows actually have more color palettes in their eyes than we do?
Yeah. There's like a shrimp that sees
man,
like
they can see
17 more
colors that
colors.
only
Yeah.
we get.
Pistol shrimps. They can
Yeah,
see fucking
pistol-
ultraviolet.
Like I'm just like wondering like how do you test an animal for that? Like what do you see? I see this color. What the fuck is that color?
What do you see? Moo. I see.
Oh.
I see.
I see, set a blend,
Oh
Ben.
no.
But
Off
to,
topic, but it reminds me of that one science article where they say they are able to like remove the memories of a slug. Do you remember this? My God, it works.
okay, but to answer your question, while I do think that the ratio of color blindness among the werewolf populace would be higher than in humans,
Mhm.
I would say glasses would be less needed, but there are still things that cause trouble, like short-sightedness, cataracts.
All right.
Yeah, like is this short sight? You can't see short, but you can see long.
Yeah,
Oh man, they're probably went through a lot of trees.
it's just weird, and then it's like far side you can see short, but you can't see far.
Yeah,
It's
like
they should reverse the terms, but
there are still stuff like that even
Mhm.
wolves that we know have problems like that.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Oh,
Yeah, I actually have
yeah. Go ahead.
spreading, like with how we are making werewolves, it wouldn't make sense for them to be an infectious species, like, and even if they were, how would they realistically
No, wait.
infect someone?
You died, man. We didn't hear the question.
Yeah, you died and came back.
Oh, okay, sorry. My question was, I don't, with how we are making werewolves, I don't really see them as an infectious beast, and even if they were, how would they realistically infect someone?
So it's not a
Bite?
bite.
No.
So not a disease. Then how do they get lycanthropy?
Yeah.
No, I think it would be. It's like I think it would be like, oh, if you get bitten by one, oh no, well,
It has to be a
we can do
genetic
the whole,
thing.
like just like Team Wolf, the alpha has to bite you for it to count, but you can't spread it yourself.
Then how did the alpha become one?
That's a debate.
Yeah, that's what we're
that's
here
why
for,
we're here.
motherfucker.
Right.
So
How did the first werewolf come to be? Well,
that's the classic
see
of
that you see that wolf over there? Yeah, I fucked that wolf.
So yeah, there's the classic ancestors, but then who was the first ancestor kind of thing going on? And then there's always the obvious magic.
Yeah, well,
Bullshit.
magic is the easy cop out. I
Yeah.
actually do have a potential explanation that would kind of make sense.
Fairy crafting with Scamper.
I mean, that is kind of that is one of the things this show is about.
I know.
That's what this whole show is about. What the fuck you talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, so, and this is just my personal bias showing, since you know I have a
Mhm.
background with bees.
Uh-huh.
There's royal jelly, which is the denominator which causes a larva to become a queen. It is
Good shit.
possible. It is possible that if we're making them infectious, that the alpha would produce a gland, have a gland or produce a hormone that would trigger a rapid mutation. Like, it's probably not the case that, let's say, an alpha would bite.
My thing's being stupid. It keeps kicking me out.
Sorry.
Okay.
It would make sense if a alpha, let's say, bit Cortez. He would not necessarily become a werewolf, but he would be a carrier of the genes, and his offspring would be potentially werewolves.
My offspring.
I'm just using what would make sense in the real world. Also, thank you for defeating my dragon. Someone has to. So if we're making them infectious, I actually think it's like it becomes like a mutation that your offspring gets. Like you become a carrier of it, and and as you move along, you make more werewolves.
Patient 0 up in here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Though I'm also very fine with saying werewolves are just a thing on their own.
I can see that too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really make more, but you can make more, quote unquote.
Yeah, like it would be contained within the lycanthrope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see both ways. Cortez,
All right.
what is your preference? A infectious werewolf, or werewolves are just a species on their own?
I like the infectious one. Like, I've always liked the, oh no, you get bit by a werewolf. Well, you get either A, turn into one, B, die, or C, nothing happens.
So you actually like the infectious mythos, but what about how I just explained this right now?
I mean, I think your idea sounds interesting. Like,
Yeah, I think that's the one that also would make the most sense. If
Why
we're-
not?
in the
Oh.
yes, in a realistic way, it would make more sense.
Why don't we do a little mix of fiction and reality and just have a magical disease?
I like to think like it might have been like a plant-based, like maybe the origin of wolfbane. Some guy was so desperate he ate wolfsbane, he became a wolf.
I'm not okay. If we're gonna introduce magic in their origin, I'm not gonna say just like just plant-based, but I'm gonna say like alchemy.
Yes, that's a good one actually.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
imagine if wolfsbane wasn't a natural occurring plant, but something genetically engineered to kinda be like
Wolf
like
cough, become
basically a
wolf.
wolf repellent.
Like they injected a flower with probably like some wolf blood or something, and they grew it in some kind of.
Oh god, lycanthrope flowers.
Yeah, that's why.
But yeah, if I'm okay with alchemy kind of being the cause for lycanthropy. Like they try to give animal powers to humans, and
No, the ancient man. I want to fuck that wolf. Please give it so then my parents won't question me.
Zeus, give me this boon. I want to bone this wolf. Why? Do I need a reason to? Good enough.
That's actually one of the canonical origin stories of wolves. Zeus cursed a king, become one.
I was joking with Zeus, but it makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's actually.
Oh
it was
man, here's a big can of worms. The way Zeus screwed people is Zeusifuri.
Yes.
big time. And that's the end of that.
Yeah.
I had another kind of question about their transformation too.
Oh yeah.
Again about the hair fur kind of mix in. So it's probably a realistic that we're never going to see a bald werewolf, correct? In their base
Are we
form?
talking about Harry Potter 3 werewolf?
I am sure there are, and they're
Okay.
creepy looking. I have seen that before.
Yeah. Okay. So even in like we have like an older base werewolf in their base form, they're not going to be bald. They're going to have hair. So when they transform, they're going to grow their hair out extensively. Do they keep the same hair length up top when they transform back to human? Like if someone had like short hair, turned into a werewolf, and they turned back, would they have long hair?
I would
I
say.
think they would. I think they would, and they have to get cut.
I mean, I can also see it falling out, but I do think that with the older ones, bald spots could happen, and of course, the hair thinning out.
Okay, yeah, okay. And also on that, would it be a common hairstyle just to be a shaved your head and your base human form? Just nope.
Do werewolves have beauty parlors?
Either they have long hair or they have shaved head. That's what I'm thinking is a common haircut for werewolves.
I honestly kind of think like they would keep it on the mid-long length.
It grows very long in their werewolf, so I'm saying they would either keep it long or they would just shave it off,
Yeah,
just to blend in.
I do think that depending on what inherent culture we're gonna give them, like, Cortez, we have, when we say inherent culture, we talk about like, if left alone, where would they realistically end up? Like, vampires came pretty far. So did devils. Devils became actually further than angels. But things like harpies would kind of be like Renaissance, kind of. I can see them reaching up to Renaissance age on their own.
Oh, yeah. Good question. I think werewolves would stay in the savage area.
Debatable, and we'll get to that.
Reaching up to the point of like I feel like like tribe, like Native American tribes. I think that's
Tribal.
what the best thing would be.
You're thinking tribal.
I actually would put them into the Middle Ages. Do you want me to
They
elaborate?
wouldn't be able to wear. They wouldn't be able to wear armor well, would they?
No, but there's. I'm not just talking about like knights and such, but kind of that time period, because hunter culture was still very strong. They have access to a lot of like herbs, and that's also kind of when animals really started to get domesticated.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think we're done with biology, are we, boys? 'Cause I can't think of anything. Cortez, you have anything to add to our biology that you want to add in there?
I actually kind of have something, mostly because Scott popped up.
Yeah.
Genitalia.
I mean,
Like, how much do they change? How much do those change during transformation?
question is like, and I don't think this would be. I think the breasts would actually shrink when they transform.
Would they get multiple though?
No, I crossed the line of multiple nips.
You're
Okay.
you're no fan of the multi-titty wolf GF.
Okay. Then on the male side, is the sword in the sheath?
I think it's thrown out.
How in depth do you want me to go on this? Pun
So yes or
intended.
no, is the sword in the sheath?
I mean, if they straight up spread eagle, will it be just straight out, or will it just be like depending? Well, I guess it depends on whether or not there's
sword
meat
in the
nearby.
sheath.
Okay,
Is the
I am
sword-
gonna actually come with an alternative. I think that during transformation, the foreskin, and also just the skin around it, would just swell tremendously, giving like a pseudo sheath.
Oh God.
So they're not circumcised. Got it.
No.
Sure, I'm fine with that. I guess.
Okay.
I got no skin in that game.
Exactly. Me neither.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Okay, so
What's up, gentlemen?
okay, so would there, like, if since we can all agree that they could probably make lycanthropes with other lycanthropes, would their breeding cycle be like more like the human side or more the bestial side?
I think the more bestial side, like I think instead of like an average of 1 child, they get an average of 3 to 4 children.
Not what I meant. What I refer to. Do you think there's like one period in the year where they would
Heat
be like,
season. Where
yeah,
they go in heat.
Oh,
No, I don't think so. I think like humans, they can mate anytime.
fair
I
enough.
mean, but the thing with the whole, I think the whole with the human thing is, believe it or not, we do have women do have a time of the year, a time of the month where they're in heat, where they have a better chance of having kids.
No, that's not really what I mean. Like, most animals have like a certain period in the year where they get frisky. Humans are
Okay, yeah, I think it's like human.
okay. So potential fuckable all year rounds.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
man, werewolf orgies are like the best, I bet.
For now, like
No one had to bring that up, but you did.
yeah. But like, where would you say they would rank on our current ranking of monster fuckery? Because I'm gonna put them in the top 5 at least.
Monster fuckery as in fuckable.
No, just their fuck sessions. Because
It's definitely gonna be intense. I would say that. So
Right,
Yeah, it's up there.
wait, before we begin, is it I'm the man in charge, so I'm the one who gets all the females, or is it just the head's like, go ahead, I don't care.
well, since we are making it more like
there's cases in both senses.
yeah, because
So-
sometimes wolves pair up with certain pairs. Sometimes it is
Sometimes an omega will leave its pack and become the alpha of that pack. And their own
Yeah.
pack. It's the whole thing.
wolves are not
Complicated.
aren't just a cut and dry social structure.
Which makes you wonder, does that mean there's no
They are
for
definitely a
life
top
support.
or at least a power bottom.
Yeah, like I think it's more like human, like more either like just partner based, potentially poly, but not just fuck just to spread.
I don't think they have a harem at all.
Yeah,
I don't think the harem thing.
Nah.
like
I mean, some packs might.
like a
I think it
polycule
depends
I
on
can
the
I can
leader.
see, but not like a straight up harem.
Mhm.
And I think it depends on the pack. Like some pack leaders might be like, all right, if you want to join my pack, well then, ladies.
That doesn't really sound like a, that really
You're
doesn't really
mine,
sound like
man.
a
You have
wolf
to listen to
thing.
me. I like I said, not all. I think it depends pack to pack.
Yeah. Again, that's a social structure probably thing. I
Speaking
don't
of
think it'll be
social
the
structure,
effective one because you're going to have the human side too when they're not in their werewolf forms. Like, yeah, nah.
yeah. So that's why I think it's more like our culture, but
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna put them in the
Yeah,
low.
yeah. To be fair, that does sound a little barbarian than tribal. Even though
Because I
barbarians
can
are tribes.
because I can throw like a hypothetical situation out there. Say there's like a pack, you have their alpha and all that, and one of the probably omega or beta werewolves, the lesser of the pack, is probably like say a CEO of a company. When they're in the human form, that CEO is gonna fuck up that alpha fast. You know what I mean,
Unless, of course,
Yeah.
unless he's the alpha, because when he's in human form, he can mess you up.
That
I'm just
is
saying,
actually
though.
a interesting take,
Yeah, I'm just saying though.
because we did say that if they don't carb load, oh sorry, power carb, then they would kind of lose their sanity. So it would make sense that their hierarchy would be based on when they're sane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. so-
Anything
it's
biology
been
wise?
a-
Because we've been on this for a minute.
Nope, that was the last thing I had from biology. So we can
Uh-huh.
actually go to
Cool, cool,
culture.
cool, cool.
Well, Cortez said like 3 instead of for each 1 child a human would have, they would have like 3 children, correct?
Yes, like I think that would be a good average.
Would it be?
Is Mhm. I was going to ask how dominant is the werewolf gene in your scenario over there? Is it like dominant, recessive?
If we're gonna go with the, it all became because of alchemy. Then I'm gonna say if it works like how parasites alter their hosts, I'm gonna say it would be a dominant one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, Okay, so
And here's a weird, interesting debate. Would that mean the baby comes quicker, like a dog's, or would it still be the 9 months?
I can with. Wait, how long is a?
No, it would have to be the 9 months because you still got to form the full human.
Yeah, you still have to fully
All that.
gestate.
Like
so...
I've seen some shows where, like, once again being human, like the female got the girls got pregnant and they went to get a sonogram. Oh, that's interesting. You're actually 3 months in, not three days. You're 3 months and not 3 weeks.
No, I don't really.
Nah.
I'll be honest. Considering they would have to be like, there is to be some extra development. Like, remember, extendable bones, a little bit of extra.
If anything, it might take like a month or two longer.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, I would actually think it would take longer.
I would think though, because like, oh no, you want this baby out quick because certain transformations, it might be like, ooh.
You know what? Let's just go with a full year. I'm fine with that,
Can't-
honestly.
Unless the inside of it is like I remember this joke from this guy who did a totally accurate My Little Pony joke. It's like, how the hell did that baby in you? Alcor wound, bro. It's just like titanium.
I was about to make a different joke, but hey, Cortez, when you said that for each one human child there would be 3 werewolf children, do you mean like at once? Like they?
Yes, like
litter?
it's average triplets.
Okay, then
Rare would be
then
twins.
yeah, I'm definitely okay with the gestation period being a whole year because then there's way more to develop.
Well, there's already way more to develop right now.
Exactly, but now there's just also more in quantity.
It's just 3 months. So.
Okay, so how do you think they would actually interact with each other? Like, how close would their communities be? Because as of now,
It
they're
will be extremely close.
all right. So, kind of.
I feel like let's say there's one who's sick. They will protect the one that's sick. They will give him food because the pack is strongest together and not separate. You can't treat this guy differently because he's sick. Now, if he committed a crime, they could treat him differently.
Well, not to knock you off your pedestal, but we're not talking about just werewolves too.
Yeah, just
They don't all have packs.
yeah.
That's true.
I do agree that if we take any lycanthrope and compare it to a regular human,
Well, then in my opinion, it depends on the kind of lycanthrope.
I was gonna say something. I do think that their sense of community would be a little more. They would be a little bit more reliant on community compared to your regular human.
You know, I kind of hate to steal this from Lamia, but I am still down for a communal dinner before a transformation.
I like that. I like that they do like a traditional dinner, like everyone gathers around.
Once
and they're
a
like,
month,
"Oh,
everyone brings some food. We'll have a potluck. Fucking gorge ourselves.
You know, considering what's,
exactly.
I do like that, and not just because of the community sense, but also because of what you guys came up with. Like, they just need to power load or else they get hangry.
Maybe discuss what they're gonna do while they're. All right, remember that tree is off limits because.
Yeah, like
of
just
the
safety
water.
precautions. Like,
Yeah, exactly. If you see
Come
a
on.
human, take a few steps back.
come on, Jimmy Ahu, don't forget to eat your second turkey. But I'm full. No, the fuck you're not.
No, you're not.
But I had duck this morning. Yes, singular duck. Now eat your ostrich.
Eat this turducken now.
Like,
Breaking news: a zoo has been broken into.
like you know the joke of when grandma senses your package comes with a full course meal. Imagine a werewolf grandma.
So we went to a Las Vegas style meal then.
Yeah, once a month. Okay.
Yeah, but then after the transformation section, they were like, "I am starving."
Okay, so
Back to grandma's.
so this is actually something that we kind of forgot. if werewolves
It makes
were
you wonder, would it be like a pre
Cortez.
potluck and then a post potluck?
ooh,
No, I don't think. I think the post is after. I think the aftercare is all on you being on.
yeah,
Really.
yeah, like just
Like the pre-transformation one. That's just a safety for everyone's fucking sake.
yeah,
Because
just
if one person gets found
it's
out to be a
also a
werewolf,
head-
we're all in fucking
Supposed to be
trouble.
like-
it would also count as a head count. Like,
it's like
okay,
Yeah.
he's here. I know he had food. Where's little Sally? Oh,
Huh.
she's on a diet. Oh god, we're all fucked.
No, she ain't.
Yeah,
yes.
what's that? Yeah, Grandma just Oh, small question.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh,
No, it's all right. You're here. You're new.
welcome.
What'd you bring to the potluck?
I brought these rabbits. I like you.
You can stay.
Yeah.
I brought
The
cold
rabbits
frog.
are in
Get
his
the
mouth.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, I brought a potato. Just everyone, like a conga line of cracking knuckles. Prepare for your annual ass whooping. My what? But so,
No.
guys.
It's had to be canonized.
guys. So I've been trying to ask, if werewolves were a common thing in our world, where would you think they would regularly actually live?
Live in our world?
Yeah, like what biome, what area would their
I would say
natural?
forest.
Somewhere, definitely northern hemisphere. I would say. Canada?
I think Canada would actually be a good one. Like maybe Alaska. Alaska would be a good one.
Canada or Russia? I'm gonna be honest.
I
think
was
it's
actually
something
I
with
was
a
thinking.
a dense forest.
Siberian timberwolves.
Yeah, I was
that.
thinking like Mediterranean, but I do kind of like Russian because they are also sometimes known for their tight communities.
Russian werewolf. What'd you bring to the potluck? I brought potato in liquid form.
All right, you can say,
Oh,
but
no,
I also brought
potatoes.
potato. Yeah, but not in liquid form. Also, babushka werewolf.
It also like, would you think that each country has, each country has their own different dominant lycanthrope? Like,
Yeah,
Russia,
you know, yeah, I'm totally okay with that. Like,
Yeah.
wait,
like with the Yellowstone, it could be like this big group of wolves.
Yellowstone. I'm gonna
I
say
think there would
bears.
be- True. I would think they'd be more like a forest area where it's easy to hide, easy to hunt.
Yeah.
and
That's why I was
easy
saying
not
this
to be
place is like.
followed.
That's why I was saying like Canada and Russia, big open lands, such.
Okay, okay. Actually, a different biology question popped in my mind. Are we gonna consider different lycanthropes as different species or just different breeds of the same kind? Like, could a
Species.
werebear
Subspecies.
potentially have children with like a werehog?
Oh.
I would say yeah. Honestly.
Okay, so we're gonna consider the
Candidates.
lycanthropes as breeds.
Yeah.
What the fuck was? 1 second, something just fell and I'm not sure what.
Well, it wasn't your balls, so.
Yeah, it sounded more hollow.
I can continue to joke. I can continue to joke.
Like what the fuck actually fell, and how did it fall?
I don't know. We can't see into your place. Yeah, different breeds, I guess we would, if not subspecies.
Yeah, so
Uh,
we can basically compare the werebears and werewolves to Labradors and poodles.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay, kind of cool.
Bears, werewolves, weasels, rats.
Yeah. And then there's their enemy, the darewolves, the weather bears,
Pooh bears.
wen owls.
Oh, now for the
Y flies.
Why fly the science guy? Why?
Get over there, Cortez.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's where they.
I had just flew.
Right. Since you picked location, what time period are we putting our lycanthropies in?
Like I said, either to, like, if depending on how old werewolves are, I can see like medieval periods, but
That really feels like a default for us, honest.
no, I try to differentiate. Like, some are tribal, some are like revolutionary. Like, when was Nicola? Since we did mention alchemy, I can kind of see like a couple decades before the Industrial Revolution.
What was that, like 200 years ago?
Yeah,
So modernized.
but not that modernized. Like,
And steampunk werewolves.
actually, now that I think about it, I can definitely see, since we're putting them kind of in the north and things, I could definitely see them around the Coal Age. Like, so yeah, so
They would make good miners if you really think about the accelerated strength, the sense of smell, and everything.
it's not. It
Sense
might
of
not be
dangerous
a
gas.
habitat they would thrive in, but they would be good in it.
Coal mining werewolves.
I've been working on the railroads all the goddamn day.
I'm back.
I
Yeah. What time period would you put the our lycanthropes in Cortez in terms of their civilization? Because
You know, this
We're
is
looking
silly,
around-
but I would say they could be modern.
how modern are you speaking? Cause
I mean, like, I feel like if they're pack mentality, have a community, and they're smart, they could survive. They could learn how to be smart. They can learn to go into communities, like into the city and stuff, and then just once a month they'd be like, hey, I gotta like try to make it so then they don't work on the full moon or at night.
okay, but if left alone, where do you think they would be able to reach?
They would be able to reach modern.
Hmm.
Because they're human 90% of the time. There's just that
Well,
10% of the year that they're a werewolf.
I thought we could turn them anytime.
yeah, I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
it was on a cycle. Remember,
Yeah.
like it comes and goes. So
Like, how long is
I
that?
like
Like,
I also
though?
said that they could choose to turn at night. It's just a full moon. They have no choice.
Yeah.
okay, so
Okay.
yeah, I don't think they, if left alone, strictly speaking, I don't think they would reach the same technology as we would.
Oh, they would definitely be like stunted a little bit, especially early werewolves where they don't really know about feasting.
Yeah,
would say.
which is why I kind of put them like before the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, I'm kind of fine with that era as well.
I'm gonna say that if they
Why?
if
would still-
they
would
interacted
adapt.
with if they interacted with humans, I'm actually gonna put them into the 1920s.
Fair, fair. I mean, that's really just
Alright.
any species, so fair enough.
Wait, so you're saying once they hit the time where they're done, they're just like, oh no, they get extinct?
No, this is just saying like, let's say they had the same starting point as we humans, as our species. This is including evolution and such.
Oh.
If
then
left
yeah.
alone,
Yeah, I would
where
think they would
to
do it.
what point do you think their culture would develop? Like, we probably would have gone way further if the Dark
Yeah.
Ages didn't happen.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah, I don't
again,
think it
blame,
does-
they're
I
just
don't think
they're
they
just
would make
lagging
it
behind a
industrial.
little.
I think
That's
they want there would be no reason to have buildings and stuff.
Ah. Storage is a great invention.
Yeah, but yeah, again, they're just humans, but they're just lagging a little bit behind progress.
Oliver, shut the fuck up!
Like they don't have to have the Dark Age because like they were already stunted just about feasting would be the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, the
That
theme of this is gold.
Once they figured that shit off, it was kicked. Their timeline kicked.
Yeah.
Would be
Like-
the thing.
That's why on their own, this is one of the species that kind of rated relatively high.
Mhm.
Like, on their own, I'm gonna say that their culture would have advanced like 3rd place.
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't know why they would. I don't know why they would need like modern. I don't think they would need technology. Like, what are they gonna do? Blog about which butt to sniff this week?
I mean,
You're
again,
making
normal
it. You're
humans.
making it sound like we humans don't do that already.
I mean, that's true.
We don't need Twitch, but here it is.
Yeah. Like, there's a difference between necessity and comfort.
But like you said earlier with storage,
I-
like people could store meat for a long time before the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
Not as much.
But I'm still saying that even if they reach like peak efficiency, they would still try to develop. Like, we reached peak efficiency decades ago, but we still
Yeah.
kept trying to get more modern, mostly because we could.
Mhm.
But okay, so
You're asking if they could, would they?
I'm gonna say yes. Because remember, if we make their origin alchemy based, that would also kind of make sense why they would try to improve.
The industrial age was 1700s to the 1900s, actually, is what it says.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Machine age 1800s to.
Okay.
I think the machine age. Anyway.
Oh.
Ages overlap, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can kind of agree. You do see what
I
type
remember
of.
what you said earlier about the whole different species interacting with each other.
Oh, I'm just
Yeah.
saying. If
We'll get to that, but yeah.
yeah, that was. We're almost getting to that, but you kind of can agree with.
Else where would they be?
You can agree with what I kind of had in mind for like a time window on their own. If it was like instead
Early
of
modern, pre-modern, that area.
like with assistance, I would say around now they would be around the 1920s.
Yeah.
On their
Themselves around 1800s. Probably.
yeah,
Question: would they war against? What kind of wars would they have? If they would.
What
have?
wars do humans have?
Yes.
Religious, territorial, other
other.
bullshit.
I'm gonna
Yes,
say I'm gonna say
If you
racial
accepted
and
werewolf
resources.
cheese in your life.
Definitely territorial wars.
Mhm.
I think we'll just knock that out of the park.
Yeah.
But
That
that's
tree is mine. I'll fight you for it.
I mean, wars have been started for less, being honest.
The Trojan War.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The pig war.
No, the Trojan War got started, but because of a piece of ass.
Pretty much.
I mean, there was a debate whether or not a pig being killed in another person's territory, whether or not it was legal or not, and that's called a war conflict.
Yeah, again, wars have been started for way less. So.
Also, the Trojan Wars is a myth. It's not. It never really happened.
So are werewolves, but here we are.
You don't know that. There could be real like werewolves.
Oh, here's something. Lifespan. Human or longer?
I
And if so, how much?
wait. Are we talking about what age of human are we gonna compare them to?
Normal human, 80-ish to 100.
I'm
Honestly,
gonna say
lifespan
like
exceptions.
late 70s at most, if I'm being honest.
The werewolf doesn't add a few years on?
No, because at this point I'm starting to feel like I might have like mice or something.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. I'm gonna say no because because of their lycanthropy, they're diet will be way more in balance, meaning they have to
I don't think so.
do.
Apologize for that. My dog lost window privileges.
I'm gonna say they do need to put in more effort to get certain nutrients, which would probably be harder to obtain in their day-to-day diet. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna stick to late 70s. This is of course not accounting for the obvious potential magic aspect. I'm just talking.
Exceptions included and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just talking about purely. I'm talking about purely biologically speaking.
Alright, so
fair.
what was the question? Because I had to
How
focus on
old
my
do you
own
think?
little world.
How old do you think werewolf can become?
How old could they live, or how old could they be infected?
How old do you think they can get? Like, let's say you have a baby werewolf. How
I think the lifespan would be around 65.
and what are you basing it on?
I'm basically it on like, would the werewolves be known for like, invest in modern and like specific medication? Like, oh, what if another werewolf gets sick? How will they treat it? Will they just ignore them?
No, I do think they would try to cure them. I'm just thinking that their science would not be as developed as ours, and I just don't think. Okay, one second. I'm actually gonna investigate my cupboards real quick.
Okay.
You two can keep talking, I assume, right?
Yeah. I guess we can carry the show for you.
Thank you, Blackout.
My dog is going right now. To me, bro.
I'll be right back.
Well, with the advance of medicine, that's just a whole bunch of fucking trial and error for sure. So it would be the same for werewolves. So again, if we're putting them up to like,
Stupid dog kept barking outside.
yeah, we're keeping them at like the industrial and like 1920s. Man, I think cocaine was still a medicine back then. Was the thing. So
Yeah. No, I think maybe. Oh yeah, I think heroin was also medicine.
yeah, a bunch of drugs were still medicines, quote unquote.
Opium
So
was big, and then people abused opium, and now everything's gone to shit.
yeah, but that's real world stuff. We don't care about that.
I'm
here,
back, by the way.
Yeah.
You find the mouse?
It was not a mouse.
Cat?
It was my. The brush I use for my dishes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a suction cup. I put it on the cupboard above the sink. It was just gravity doing its job.
Okay.
Sorry. So what did I miss?
So again, I was talking about like how medicine has advanced for a little bit for werewolf. That would have lifespan. Is like that's just a whole bunch of trial and fucking.
Yeah.
Honestly. And like back then, like cocaine, heroin, and all that was still medicine, I believe.
They
so.
gave lead painted candy to children.
Yeah. Again, so
Trial and error.
lifespans have increased. Like humans live longer than they have ever since then. Thing. So again, that would also play in, but 60 to 80, average. We'd think so, around 70.
I'm willing to accept that.
How long is 70 years in dog years?
I want to say 40.
Times
420?
490.
Ah, I was off by 70.
7 times 7.
7 times 7, 49.
Well, I did a little mistake. Oh well, I'm not here for my math
500
skills.
years in dog years, my guys.
Where did that
So-
where does that logic even come from? Like,
Some stupid myth or something. Probably some a parent told
I
their
think
kids,
it's because
like,
why did my
yeah.
dog keep dying at the age of 14?
well, they're actually this much age in dog years. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I like to think that's the parent trying to comfort the child whether their dog is going to die at the age of 14. Oh, because 1 year for us is 7 years for them, so they're going to live to be 144.
okay.
Your math was a little off there, but I'm not going to say anything. All right.
Just
So
estimating.
that's actually a thing. Dog ears, though. What you feeling on that, guys?
Like,
I'm
I kind of just already showed my disdain for the concept of dog year, so I'm kind of opposed.
Ah, what if we twist it a little bit? A little bit.
I'm gonna let you cook.
I'm not saying like a full fucking 7 years, because that's like a second of 7 seconds. That's like we're talking like in super power realms of speedsters at that point.
Uh-huh.
What if they're in beast forms? They're just so fast that they have this like time is moving slower for them, kind of thing.
So you're saying that
This
so
is
you're
cooked.
you're going back to the enhanced senses.
It could just be physical embodiment, honestly. Hence physicality.
I mean, they do.
At this point.
They would have a higher physical output, but I don't think they will move fast enough for time to go faster for them.
About mental capacity.
I'm gonna hear you.
Able to process information faster.
I'm more willing to accept that, but still not to the fact that the concept of dog years will.
I tried. It wasn't a good dish to cook, but
You tried. I saw where you were coming from, and I'm more willing to accept the mental aspect from it.
All
Here's how
right.
many more topics we have because I
As many as honestly as many as we
Yeah,
want, but
for
we're
this.
kind of already talked about the big hitters. I actually do have a couple questions like for a fantasy setting. So
Sure.
if our versions of lycanthropes would be in just a regular D&D setting, what do you think
Barbarian.
Yeah, I was about to say barbarian.
I was gonna say
You're gonna fight this.
I was gonna say ranger.
Not if they don't carbo load.
Yeah, like I was also gonna say barbarian, but at least I was gonna come with an alternative.
I'd like to raid.
I would like to
I
prevent.
skipped a meal. I'd like to raid.
Yeah, basically. Like,
Mhm.
honestly, I think this is the first time I didn't come with a full caster out of the gate.
Yeah. You still want to pitch Ranger as a caster.
I mean, ranger would be a good second because they
Yeah.
could probably
That was
try
mostly for the,
really,
the
really
hunter.
quickly.
That was not even for the caster bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Fighter.
I'm definitely gonna say that werewolves, even though we give them an alchemical origin, are probably gonna be on the lower tier of magical potential.
You know what? I can fight for Rogue.
Okay, okay.
I mean, wouldn't a werewolf like
I-
pant a lot?
I would honestly say fighter
Not
over.
necessarily.
I would say fighter over rogue.
Well,
no,
that,
no, 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 no. Hey, wait a minute. We're not doing fighter. Hey, we're not doing dog fighting. Jokes.
We're not. We're doing D&D fighter. One moment.
So
What's
Cortez,
the game ad? Yes.
sometimes during these debates, either Blackout or I come with a quote-unquote hot take to just kind of rile the others up, which we refer to our hill to die on.
Ooh.
I have a hill to die on, specifically because you are a co-guest today. I'm just gonna wait till Blackout is back, though, before I
I'm
reveal.
back. Sorry about that.
Hey, Blackout, is it okay if I do my hill?
Sure. I believe it's your week anyway.
Yeah. But this one is mostly for Cortez.
Mm-hmm.
Werewolves are furries. Fight me on this.
A furry is someone 24/7 would say, yeah, I'd fuck that guy in the fursuit. Werewolves are not werewolves.
Not
24/7.
necessarily.
Not necessarily, Cortez.
John.
One of the
Fursuits are not included.
Also, yay, your stream is being stupid.
it seems to be working on my end.
Yeah.
Anyways, Cortez.
He did just die for a second, so.
Oh.
Yeah. I do not believe they're furries.
Okay, so.
Hey, Scamper,
Yeah.
drag me over. You already know got my answer. They are.
Yeah. Welcome. This is the first time you came over to my hill this easily. Normally it is normally it's a Sammy, but this time you're fully here.
Normally we fucking fight, but nah.
Yeah, this time we're on the same boat here.
Yeah, they are.
So you guys are gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, look, man. I'm just saying, like, I know it's silly, but like, basically, if I met someone who was a werewolf and we were having a close relationship, and she's like, so, I am one. How would you feel about that? I'd be like, depends. If we're doing it, are you going to be transforming? If so, then that's a no-go.
Well, it's not about your preference. They just are.
Yeah. Like, what if it's a full moon? According to your logic, they couldn't stop it. But that is the
Well,
question.
then I would give them. Well, then.
Okay, so Cortez.
Okay. Look, all right. I want to say what I'm going to say.
Sure.
Do not hate me, people. A woman during their time of the month is not in the mood for that kind of stuff. So I would give them their space.
Which is
It's not
respectful.
that time of month. It's werewolf time of the month.
Exactly, I would give them their space. And then run like hell because they would probably try to rip my throat out.
Because you're rejection. But that
Now
is
they carbo loaded.
yeah, that is
Exactly.
nuts against the argument, Cortez. But I still have an argument as to why they are furries.
Go ahead.
Hey, Blackout, could you remind me one of the definitions you gave me for lycanthropy? Someone who identifies as a wolf?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you paraphrase that one real quick for me, please?
Secondly, find it. I didn't save it because the reasons.
You don't want that. You don't want to have that in your search history.
No, I didn't delete from my search history. I just seemed like a moot fuck. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Where was it? I believe it was Webster's Dictionary, if I remember right.
Okay, so while he's looking up,
Yeah, let me find that for you.
yeah, while he is looking that one up, would you say a furry is someone who kind of identifies with their persona?
Ah, shit. Then maybe they are furries. Ah, shit.
Yeah, like I don't have to make it sexual.
I know, I literally just looked up in the Piercer furry community and said, yeah, we're weekend furries.
Yeah. Also, I went out of my way to ask around, and I do have someone, and I did ask if I could quote them on this, if they considered werewolves to be furries. Hey Cortez, could you turn on the audio of my?
Yes, you might want to put me on that hill because I kind of believe you now.
Can I at least put it on the clip that I got?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Could you turn on the audio of my stream real quick so you can also hear it?
Sure.
1 second. So I basically asked someone, do they consider werewolves to be furry?
I think werewolves are 100% furries, yes.
And they agreed 100% with me. That voice was, by the way, provided by Plum Angelique. I can cite my sources. So, Cortez, are you ready to come to the hill and agree werewolves are furries?
I already said put me over on the hill. Just because I like werewolves doesn't make me one.
We didn't say you were. We were just saying werewolves are.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well,
So what? Are we making our own community on this hill now?
no, this was just the hill I was gonna die on. Like, if you were gonna...
Yeah.
Sometimes I lose, I don't win very...
Bomb! And we're dead.
In that case, thanks for agreeing with me. So I'm just gonna put you back in your original places.
Put me back.
Yeah. Huh. It doesn't happen that two people agree on a hill. To be
Well,
fair,
we don't usually have guest speakers.
Look, I'm gonna say this: the reason why I was so defensive because I didn't want to be called one.
I just find it
You're
fun.
not a werewolf, are you?
Nah.
Then
I
we're
find it-
calling you one.
Do you know how? I just find it very fun to call people furries. Like, it's just when they get defensive that it amuses me. Like, I can agree. I enjoy furry stuff. Like, I'm taking away the power you have. If by reacting, you still give me. Exactly.
She gets so pissed off, like.
I do want to bring up a fun thing, a comic. I remember seeing, it was like artists have so much more power than they realize. Like, if someone's ever made you be like, I can draw you a persona, and that way you had to lie saying you don't.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Honestly,
Alright.
we kind of talked about most of our stuff that we normally do.
Usually biology takes a lot longer. I'll be honest with you here.
Yeah.
All right. Cultural aspects, I guess. Any niche things they would do, like a communal dinner.
Honestly, while I don't see them dabbling in music a lot,
I mean, I like the whole before transformation dinner. I like that idea.
yeah, we can all agree that that's actually a pretty neat idea, both for a community, so like interpersonal relationship, and safety.
And secrecy. It's like,
Yeah,
Yes.
like
because
everything.
one person gets found out, they're gonna be doing some searching. It's like, nah, we ain't having that in our.
And then you get the random guy who was here. It's like, oh, I thought this was a group thing. Wait a minute.
Annual non-werewolf transformation prevention dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm totally okay with it. Like we talked about their algae to silver being realistic, potential weakness to a genetically engineered plant,
Yeah.
which I personally liked. We talked about biology.
Would they be religious at all?
Human side, yeah, for sure.
What? That's kind of a
I'm not explaining more, but I'm just saying yeah because humans.
yeah. I'm gonna say like I can see them doing it.
But yeah, but then the human would then of course the question like, wait,
I actually have a little bit of input on that. Like, I can see them being semi-religious. Like, a lot of, let's be real, a lot of households just go through the motion without actually believing in it. It's just part of their tradition, which I can actually see pretty well.
I'm not gonna go too much into it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just saying that's how I see it. Like,
I wonder if they would be
they-
something like a different deity than traditional.
would it be okay? So if they had like a core religion, would it be monotheistic or polytheistic?
Anyways, like I was trying to say, like they won't, like they would they worship a different type of deity besides Allah or Yahweh or God?
Probably.
Yeah, why not?
It's a
Again,
different
there-
traditional one.
Yeah, I'm just.
There's been hundreds of gods. What's another one?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Alright.
If they had a core religion, do you think it would be monotheistic or polytheistic? I am actually going to vote for polytheistic. I can also see a monotheistic deity like the Great Alpha.
I like the idea. The Great Alpha. He died so we could be ourselves or something like that.
He was always number one, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright, I think I do ask again. Werewolves in modern society, though.
Okay.
What jobs they be doing?
Okay, modern society. I'm
Yeah.
not just gonna say, and I think a lot of outside work, honestly. Like,
I'm going to shoot a shot here myself. Professional athletes.
I was willing to entertain the notion, but I do think, honestly, just a lot of outside work, like construction, farmer.
I don't think they'd be farmers. They would eat their livestock, or they wouldn't care
I
enough.
don't know about the farmer kind of things.
I could see
Yeah.
construction. I say.
Well, here's the answer to the question. Their human form will probably eat multiple stuff. So during the big banquet, would they eat just meat or would they eat multiple stuff?
Lots of carbs. Protein. They would.
Meat,
They have a fucking
meat
banquet.
and bread.
Yeah.
Meat and bread, pretty much. Filling stuff.
Like right now, my dog is eating a lot of bacon out of my hand.
So,
Uh,
okay, since you mentioned athletes, if they were in modern society, what do you think their favorite sports would be? Rugby is my guess.
That depends. Are we going Team Wolf style, like basketball and or lacrosse?
I'm honestly gonna stick. I'm just gonna actually put my foot down on rugby.
Yeah, rugby
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be doing any cricket anytime soon.
or soccer/football.
Like, if it's a game with a singular ball, yes. Ice hockey, no. If it involves like any tools, like lacrosse, tennis, no. Like rugby, I can see. Soccer, I can see.
I was only saying that because like
Rugby, soccer, American football. Let's go.
You know what? Counterpoint. I think they would actually have a very vivid dodgeball community.
At the community center. Boom, ding.
Yeah, like just dodgeball in the forest, like using your environment to dodge.
The fuck they dodging? Bullets.
Hi, Achilles.
all right, boys, the ball's made of silver. Train. I'm the train. Achilles.
If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a bullet.
if,
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball. What?
If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a bullet.
if you can dodge a ball, you can dodge Babushka's cheek pinches.
No, you can't.
Oh, Achilles, we're talking about borderline furries now.
What do you mean borderline furries? You agreed to that
Yeah,
werewolves
yeah.
were furries. This is no longer borderline.
I went on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see like just like a recreational center dodgeball game.
Yeah, like if it's like just one ball against like definitely team sports, like
Rugby, American football, soccer. Those are the main pro athletes.
yeah.
So, anything else on the modern side that could probably be good up besides like outside job? They could be ranchers. Because it would make sense to grow your own food.
And your wheat. You're
Yeah.
you're either a furry or a Pokemon fan. Excuse me, there's a lot on the spectrum of furry. There's also Disney princess.
There's a lot. On the spectrum.
Oh, Belle.
Are we gonna have cowboy werewolves now as well?
No. Like it would make sense, but
Not as well as cowboys.
not as well as
Vampire cowboys.
yeah. No, vampires still make better cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that made too much fucking sense.
Yeah,
What
because
would be a
Also,
perfect
I know
job
this
for a
is not-
werewolf?
This is not this is not a vampire debate, but I'm sure you agree though the whole cross thing is BS, right?
I like
Oh yeah, we already discussed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because vampires were around before Jesus Christ.
debatable. Depends on which mythos you follow, but there I do like the Castlevania explanation on that one. Like it is because of an isometric thing because they're predators. Like
Okay.
the isometric shape just kind of fucks with their vision. But
Well, throwing a tennis ball saves you from a werewolf.
depends if you throw hard
Not
enough.
if they're hungry.
It also depends where you aim. Like a good aimed tennis ball to the nuts could buy you a couple of precious seconds to hide. If they find you, you won't survive, but if you escape...
Boop the snoot to survive. Boop the snoot.
Okay, so... honestly, I think... Sorry, what did you ask about werewolves based on cowboy vampires?
What would their perfect job be, kind of thing, in that sense?
Okay, let's see.
All right, we got our super athletic humanoids here.
Park rangers.
I think that'd be a good one.
Fair.
Like, not just...
Mountie werewolves.
Hi, Bob.
Mountie werewolves.
Hi, Bob. Are you gonna eat that moose?
Sorry about that. Can't be here.
Fuck it. Yeah, Mountie werewolves. Honestly, I think...
Alright, I gotta go.
Cortez, before you go, one last
We got
question.
like 20 minutes. 20 minutes left, honestly.
Yes.
On a general scale, like just general interest, where would you rate werewolves and lycanthropes from a scale of 1 to 10?
9.
Okay. On a waifu rating, where would you put werewolves?
Before or after transformation?
Up to you.
In total, in general.
Yeah.
Oh. In general, I would say a 7.
Okay.
Fair,
Blackout.
fair.
What about you?
General interest, I'm saying solid 7. They're classic, easy, really good monsters.
They are
So, yeah,
they are a staple.
they are a staple, so they are good. They're a staple for a good reason. They're good monsters. So a good old lock at 7.
Okay.
Waifu rating, I'll lock it at 6.
Okay.
Because I can't imagine the fucking fur aftercare after transformation. God damn.
I'm thinking of the potential collateral damage with the claws.
Mhm.
So, general interest, I'm actually gonna, mostly because I liked some of the revelations we had during the stream, I'm upping the general interest of werewolves to an 8. And for waifu...
Oh,
The fuck was that?
I died. Discord fuck you wucky today.
I know, right? Me too.
Sorry, as a waifu, I'm
What
gonna
was your
say somewhere between 6, 7. Because there's a lot of species of
Here, I
lycanthrope.
The total one.
Yeah, because
And
there's a lot of
waifu?
species of lycanthrope. General 8 because of revelations. Because waifu between 6 and 7 because actually I'm gonna lower it to a 5 because with how wide the lycanthrope net is, there is a big chance I might be allergic.
What, the weasels? Were
That
weasels?
sucked.
Mostly the cats, the rabbits.
Ah. Well.
Oh no, that's. I feel like that's a Beastars territory.
Ah. Wait
Yeah.
till we actually get to our Beastman episode.
Oh.
Go see.
So yeah. Once again, general 8 because of some of the revelations we had.
Mhm.
Waifu, I'm gonna, because of potential allergies, I'm gonna put them at a 5.
If we're talking about allergies, I would have to knock one down to 5. Those cats get me too.
Hey.
I don't. I'm not allergic to animals.
It is my only allergy, and it's a minor one, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's allergic to cats. My sister's allergic to cats. I'm not allergic
Oh, nice. So,
to cats. My doggy sleeps with me all the time, and I don't get allergies from him.
honestly, I think that is a decent place to end it. I just have to ask everyone, including the audience, would you waifu lycanthropes? That was not. It was a yes or no question, Cortez.
Oh, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I might rate them low, but I still would.
All right. Well, that's.
Which means
well,
for all furries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip that, Cortez, and hold it against you.
God damn it.
Haha.
This whole show was a setup just to get that one answer out of you.
Oh my gosh, it was a conspiracy. I knew it.
Look, I've done more for less.
We've done
I know
11
you have.
episodes. We've done 11 unrelated episodes, all leading up to this for that one specific reason.
Series finale.
we got him, boys.
Bail, bail, bail.
Anyways, Thursday in session.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. So,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, Cortez.
Mhm.
If you have to go, you have to go. We can just close this off here.
Yeah. He's out.
That was a fun debate.
Oh yeah. So it's always fun.
So,
I guess.
do you have any preferences for next time?
Ooh.
Or because I feel like we're about to kick in the door of Beast Girls.
I don't think we're ready, honestly, for it.
Ooh, yeah. Because
You know what? Subverse dragons.
okay.
Dragonoids. Sure.
I could definitely work with that. Well, I'm just gonna find someone to rate real quick.
Awesome. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why. Though, to be fair, I feel like we left something out on this episode than we normally. I don't know why. You get that feeling too, or no? Just me.
Oh, wait. How they would interact with other monster girls.
God, how did we forget that?
Like, I don't really see the reason why vampires and werewolves don't get along, so I'm kind of nipping that one in the bud.
Yeah.
I think they're honestly they're with their habitat. There's not a lot that we put in like the north, except our custom monster girl, and we put that one. We didn't put that one in the north. We put that one in like the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Like currently there,
Mountainous regions. Yeah.
there's not a lot of contestants at the moment.
Our Mountie werewolves in Canada.
Their biggest enemy, moose.
Nah, I just trying to think, like, what would be another, oh, you're already rating something, yeah.
Yeah, because we don't really have anything for werewolves at the moment. Probably with a future episode if we put something nearby. So,
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
so to everyone who's still here, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for popping by. It has been fun. Bye-bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. Well,